Joining us now with more, Al Baldessaro, who's a retired U.S. Marine Corps First Sergeant, Republican, New Hampshire State Representative, and veteran advisor to the Trump campaign. And Raymond Curtis is a decorated disabled combat Iraq war veteran and part of the Vets versus Hate movement. Great to see you both. Thank you guys for your service and for being here.
And thank you for your service, by the way, Ray.
Thank you very much.
Let me start with you, Representative. So
yes.
you were there on behalf of Trump today. Speak to the reporting by the Washington Post and the AP that said Trump did not cut those checks, at least half of them, until the past week after the Washington Post started pressing for where the money had gone.
First of all, I want to clarify something. I was there on behalf of veterans, okay, that are in need, and Donald Trump has to be one that supports those veterans, so I want to clarify that. As far as the money that's being sent in today, you know, it takes time to vet. In New Hampshire, we have Attorney General who constantly going after veterans, groups that are raising money to help veterans. 20 cents of the dollar that goes to the veterans. There's so many scams going on there, so it takes time when you're dealing with that.
Are you suggesting then that all these veterans groups, nearly half of them, were just cleared coincidentally in the past week since the Washington Post submitted its report?
You know, what we're doing is we're nitty-gritty, we're picking and choosing.
No, it speaks to honesty. That's what we're talking about.
What it speaks.
Absolutely. I actually want to respond to this very
Go ahead, Ray.
because we have the American Veterans Foundation, one of the organizations that Trump claims to have fully vetted when he was given enough time and then donated money to. But you can check yourself right now. Google the ratings that the Better Business Bureau, the Charity Watch.
They have an F rating, but apparently that was because they were harassing people to donate, and they said that was just our telemarketer, and we replaced that telemarketer.
Also, 75% of donations goes to something other than veterans. So the 25 cents to the dollar that you're trying to avoid wasn't avoided.
But Raymond, speak to Al's point, which is he was going to give the money. He was going to give some portion of millions, some millions of dollars to these vets, but it does take some time to vet them.
Right. Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I think the main point here, and for all of us that are there on our own accord, a grassroots organization moving there to make a statement and bring light to something, not organized by anyone except for Alex McCoy and Perry. The main point that we're there is not about the money. We don't care. You could write us a check for $30 million and give it to a bunch of veterans, and that is very wonderful, and I am very happy that my fellow brothers and sisters who served in the armed forces are going to get that. However, now the issue is transparency. Now the issue is honesty. Now the issue is integrity, selfless service. A lot of these things are moral values and core values of the military that he is not representing.
What about that, Al? Because Trump and his campaign said that they had raised $6 million after they had this event, and then they don't even have that now.
I brought in a list of, well, of course, it's 5.6. You know, I've done many fundraisers.
I can type up a list like that.
If I may, can you take a break there, young man? Thank you.
Go ahead.
I've been to many other places there where when the money, they make donations. Until the check's clear or the money comes in that people donated on the phone, that's it.
Right, but I mean, to suggest that this is pure coincidence, that it all just half of it came in the last week after Washington posted its report, I mean, Al, isn't that stretching it a bit?
You know, we're trying to grab onto things here. This is Mr. McCoy that they're talking about with Hillary Clinton right there.
He was out there with Raymond today.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And you say he was affiliated with Hillary, and her campaign has admitted that they tried to promote this protest. Are you affiliated with her? Did you reach out to the Hillary campaign?
He's with Bernie.
There were many campaigns that were reached out to by the organizers to get information to be able to.
So were they using you as props?
Absolutely not. We started this and we organized this, and I worked with Perry and I worked with Alex, and so I have this all internalized, and so all you have to do is simply look very shortly into this, and you will quickly see that these allegations are untrue. And what's so wonderful
but you're a Democrat, you're a Republican, so I mean it's not surprising that you guys are okay. But what is it about Trump that you object to? Because he is, whatever you can query the reasons it took him so long, but he is getting this money to veterans.
What is it about Trump donating the night, or what is it about Trump in general that I object to?
That you object to. I mean, was there a moment that he...
There absolutely. For a very long time, I tried to stay out of any discussions about this. I don't like to try and influence other people and how they vote. I like for them to be allowed to find their own ways. And also, it's just something that I sort of fundamentally disagree with. However, when Trump made his statement that he would target the families of terrorist cells, innocent civilians, It gave me pause, and I thought, wait, though, let's give him a chance to rescind that. When he was given the opportunity to take it back, he did not. He stood by it. He stood by it in the debate, and that was where I went from the moment of I'm not going to engage to I must engage.
Okay. I'll give you a quick final word, Al.
In other words, now, he took a personal issue and used veterans as political pawns instead of talking about the veterans funds that are getting out there
So I'm
in
a
the
pawn
trenches,
for speaking out.
in the trenches that the veterans need. $1 is $1 more that goes to them homeless veterans and other issues that we have throughout the community. I thank God we got somebody like Trump.
Great to see you both.
Thank
you,
you.
guys.
Thank you, Kelly.
Appreciate it.